All right, hello teachers. This is the instructional guide for Primary 2, Term 4, Week 7. All right, for this week, there are two booklets. The first booklet is on fractions, heuristics, and the second booklet is on multiplication word problems. Okay, we'll start with the first booklet. All right, so for this booklet here, it is about solving tougher fraction questions. And I mean, if you look at this booklet here, right, the suggestion is to use the mathling cubes, right, to help students figure it out, act it out. But I would say instead of using cubes, that you actually get them to draw the model instead, right? So instead of drawing 6 cubes, for example, you can actually, instead of using 6 mathling cubes, you can get them to draw 6 squares instead, right? So for example, let's take a look at this question here. Ben cuts the cake into 6 equal pieces. He wants to share some of the pieces of cake. So the fraction of cake it is smaller than the fraction of the cake left. What is the greatest possible fraction of the cake that Ben can eat? Right. So get students to understand the question first. And then if they have a difficult time understanding, right, what they can do is they can start drawing, right? So Ben cuts a cake into 6 equal pieces, means, you know, if this one whole bar here represents a cake, and it's cut into 6 equal pieces, right? So what we can do is there are 6 boxes, 6 units. So these are 6 pieces here, and they are equal. Okay. All right. So he wants to eat some more piece of cake so that the fraction of cake eats is smaller than the fraction left. So what you can do, right, is, and then the question is what's the greatest possible? So what we then start by eating maybe 1 piece, right? So if it is eating 1 piece, right, eating what piece? Okay. What's happening here, right? With each 1 piece, is the fraction of cake eats smaller than the fraction of cake that is left. This is left. All right, this is left. Okay, L-E-F-T. Okay, so there you go, right? So this is one way. All right, so does it make sense, right? Is that what the question is asking? First of all, yes, right? Because what he eats is smaller than what is left, right? This is 1 out of 6, and then 5 out of 6 is left. But it says greater possible fraction of cake than eat. So, okay, 1, let's try 2 then, right? So after 1, so instead of 1, okay, now they can do, let's try eating 2. What if it eats 2? All right, now if it eats 2, okay, that means that there are 4 out of 6 left, right? If it eats 2 out of 6, 4 out of 6 left. And please take note to use the language appropriately, right, for fractions. So this is, it's not 2 over 6 or 4 over 6, but 2 out of 6, and then 4 out of 6 left. So this is fine as well. Right, now let's ask student then, what if he eats another piece? Does it work? So if he eats another piece, it will be 3 out of 6. Okay, 3 out of 6. And then what is left is 3 out of 6. So but the condition here is what he eats is smaller than what is left. So if he eats 3 and 3 is left, it doesn't work. All right, that's not. So hence the greatest possible fraction of the cake that he eats is 2 out of 6. And please take note, let you know that when they answer this question, because the question is asking for fraction, right, greatest possible fraction, so they have to write 2 out of 6, right? The answer is 2 out of 6. They cannot write 2, right, because it's not pieces of cake, right? It is fraction. Okay, so take note of that. And then for the another segment, right, same thing. So how do you do this question? First, get them to answer the question first. To read the question. So the cake is cut into 8 equal pieces, right? There are 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, and Leah Mim, right? Oh, sorry, not cake, it's pizza. A small whole cake. No, sorry, a small whole cake and pizza, and the cake is cut into 8 pieces. Pizza has got nothing to do with story, right? Later on, you realize. 3 of them eat all the cake. Fraction of cake that ends eat is equal to the fraction of cake that means eat, right? So there's one very important condition here, right? And then the second condition, okay. Oh, actually, the first condition is they eat all, right? Second condition is that they n eats is equal to the fraction of cake that means eat, and then the fraction of cake eats is smaller than the fraction of n of cake ends eat, right? So this is the condition. Find the fraction, right? The question mark is find the fraction of cake each girl eats. So to do this question, right, let's draw a bar model representing a cake that is cut into 8 equal pieces, right? 8 equal pieces. Okay, so the second condition, fraction of cake that ends eat is equal to the fraction of cake that means eat. So what that means is that, you know, so if n eats 1 cake, mean must eat 1 cake as well. But if you can get them tried out one by one, but they notice that if the fraction of cake Leah eats is smaller than fraction of cake n's eat. So n must be eating more than Leah. All right, and so it cannot be 1 piece. So let's try 2 pieces then, right? Because if n eats 2 pieces, right, Leah must eat 1. Okay, it's a fraction. So if n eat 1 piece, Leah cannot be smaller than n. Correct? Because Leah the minimum amount is 1 of 6. So let's try 2 pieces then. So let's say this is n. If n eats 2, what is going to happen is mean will eat 2 as well. Okay, mean will eat 2 as well. This is mean, and then this is Leah. Wow, there are so many left, so it doesn't make sense, right? Because Leah has to be smaller. Okay, so what it means is now we increase from 2 to 3 pieces, right, and so on. Now I'm not going to spend too much time drawing this, right? But in class, of course, you guys should do it, right? Show them how to. This is after all acted out, right? Trial and error. Okay, so hence, you know, if let's say n is 3, right? Mean is 3 as well. Then mean Leah is 2, right? Which is smaller than n, right? 2 out of 8 versus 3 out of 8, right? So the answer is n is 3 out of 8. Right? Mean is 2 out of 8, and Leah is 2 out of 8. Okay, right? So that's how you do this question. And then you do the guided practice with them, right? So this one, they're supposed to do 3 cuts to give 8 pieces. Show them step by step. So this is one way, right? My first cut will be here. Sorry, I didn't draw it equally, right? But try to draw it as equally. Okay, let's do it more standard way. So if I cut this into half, it'll be this way, cut half down. Now, if I cut half down here like that, I would get 2 pieces, but it wants 8 equal parts, right? So then I got to cut another stroke here. Okay, then I get 4 pieces. Then I got to cut from here, another stroke. Right? Or I can cut from here. That's another way. So you'll get, they are able to see 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? There's a 5 here. There's a 6 here. Oh, let's not forget here. And then there's a 7, and then there's 8 behind. Okay, so show them how to do this. Then challenge them. There's actually another way of cutting. All right. Can you all see another way of cutting? That is this way. You can challenge them. I cut it diagonally instead. Right? So now I get 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. But would that give me equal parts? So you test them. Is that equal parts? Actually, it's not equal parts, right? Sorry, I got carried away. I thought there's another way. No, there will not be equal parts, right? If it is cut that way. Okay, so unfortunately, then you will not get 8 parts, right? Because if you just cut this way, you have 2 parts. Then you cut below, right? You get 1, 2, 3, 4. So maximum is 4, but they need 8 equal parts. So this is bad way, right? This way cannot be done. Okay. Right, luckily I realized it. Okay, and then after that, you can take them through this. So this one, 6 pieces, right? Show them. Continue to guide them how to do this. Okay, so they can do it this way instead. Okay, so they need to cut 6 pieces. Right, 6 equal pieces. Okay, now this may be a good time to teach them how to draw 6 equal units, right, easily, because sometimes though they will have a problem cutting it, and then the shapes will look irregular or not proportionate. Some would just draw 1 cube at a time, right, to get 6. So you might want to teach them this and start demonstrating by doing so. So if I need to draw 6, okay, I split into half first, right, and then each of these half I split into 3 boxes. That's how I try to get 6 equal parts, so as best as I can. Okay, and then after that, you test it out. This question, and it's a greater fraction. Okay, for them to go answer. So work with them on this. For independent practice, I think the first few questions they should be able to do on their own. Right. So since you have been guiding them, right, might get them to perhaps do question 2 on their own. Right, the bar is really drawn for them, so they just need to label it. Okay, and then can actually get them to do I think it should be quite easy for them, right? So since you've demonstrated so many questions already, all right. So I thought this question would be good to do with them, right? So it's phrased differently. Mr. Adam needs 1 day to paint 410 of a wall. So 410 of a wall minimum, right? Needs 1 day. So draw first of all 10 parts, all right? And then first day is 4 out of 10, right? So every day you can paint at least 4. So next one will be second day. And then here, because there's no such thing as half day here, right? The question is what's the fewest number of days? So they cannot say half day. So the third day, even though you have to explain that even though Mr. Adam can paint 4 out of 10, but there's only 2 out of 10 left, but he's still considered requiring the third day. So in total, it'll be 3 days, right? So this question, you need to help the student with understanding it, okay? So some of the questions here are quite easy. Okay, perhaps maybe one more question to do will be, excuse me. Yeah, maybe perhaps do question 7 with them. Okay, Dina eats 2 more of the chocolate bar than Eva. So this one they really need to figure out, right? They need to draw out, right? So they can draw 12 parts and then figure out 1 by 1 and so on, right? Fiona eats 2 more. And then sorry, Fiona eats 2 out of 12 less, Dina eats 2 out of 12 more. Now, if really no choice, you find it very difficult for them to draw the model, do get the Mathling Cubes ready for them, right? But I think it should be fine actually, right? It's not so challenging per se. Okay, and then Math Gym, there's no need for them to do this question, right? In fact, I'm thinking of using this as an activity, right, for some of the later programs. So all they need to do, right, is the rest of the question except Mathling. Okay, now the next one, for word problems, they are quite easy, right? Multiplication, division word problems. The first few questions are very easy. They would have done it. So I would say perhaps start from question 15 onwards, I think. Yeah, start from question 15 onwards. Okay, so work through with them, right? Show them how to draw the bar model, right? Step by step. Okay, there are some people in the room, 5 of them are adults. Okay, there are 2 times as many adults as boys as adults, sorry. So adult one box, boys 2 box. Okay, and then so they are supposed to be able to do this, all right? It should be fine. Another question that I would like you all to take them through will be a more challenging one. You can actually get them to do question 17 as well. Do work with them. Okay, 18 needs to be, you need to demonstrate 18, right? I think 18 is a bit challenging. There are 90 coins in Fiona's coin bank, right? Fiona has 3 times as many 50 cents coin as 20 cents coin. So they're going to get confused with where to label the 20 cents, where to label the, where to label the number of coins and where to label the values, right? So please help them out with this, take them through this, all right? And then I think work with them on question 20 as well, go through with them, okay? What else? Let's see, 21, right? It's definitely something that you should help them with as well, especially the understanding question. Okay. And then I would say you can leave out 22, right? No need to do 22. For homework, okay, perhaps just do the first few questions, right? I would say assign them maybe question 1 for homework all the way to I think all the way to, let's not block them down with too much work. I think maybe up to 11, right? Page 1 to 11, that's fine. Okay, page 1 to 11 for homework. All right, that's it for today's session. Thank you.